Hi, welcome to Wise Guys. Naming compounds, covalent compounds too. This session is the continuous of naming covalent compound 1, which will give you more practice. So before we do practice, it's necessary to review. First of all, let's say a covalent compound contains two non-metal elements. So this is the first step. We need to identify the elements in compound if it is one metal and one non-metal, or two non-metal. And the following to name the covalent compounds, we need to make sure these two elements both are non-metal. Okay, then we can use a prefix to match subscript before element's name. The prefix as follows, follow this table. So after several practice, I think it's easy to memorizing the prefix and the matching subscript. So when subscript is 1, called mono, 2 is di, 3 is tri, 4 is tetra, 5 is penta, 6 is hexa, 7 is hepta, 8 is octa, 9 is nona, 10 is deca. So let's say, for example, one compound is P2S3. So you first identify P is phosphorus, is non-metal, sulfur, S is non-metal, so both are non-metal, so we follow naming covalent compound method. So the subscript is 2, that's why it's di, the prefix di. The 3 is tri, that's why before naming phosphorus, you put a phosphorus trisulfide. So that's how to match subscript, to use prefix to match subscript and put the prefix before element name. The one thing we still need to mention is no prefix is needed. Mono is not needed for the first element. That's why the compound has only one atom of first element. And this is for example, if we naming, as we know this is a carbon dioxide, this is a carbon monoxide, because this is a one element. So that's why it follow the regular way, is a mono carbon and dioxide, right? Because we said if the first element only one atom, we don't need to say mono. So that's why carbon dioxide. But the CO, the first is one element, one atom, the second also one atom. The first we don't need to say monocarbon, we just say carbon. But second element is one atom. We still need to mention mono. So carbon monoxide. So now let's practice some question. You can pause your video and do practice, and later on and reopen the video. Okay, welcome to come back. The first naming covalent compound, the first one is N2O5. Make sure N is nitrogen and O is oxygen, so both are non-metal. The prefix is match the subscript 2 is di, so we have di nitrogen. 5 is penta oxide. The second one is SF6. Both are non-metal. This is in group 6. This is group 7. So first one is one atom. So it's monosulfur. No, we don't need to say mono because the first element is one atom. We just say sulfur, which is the first element. You keep the whole name, sulfur. The second, put the prefix first, 6, which is hexafluoride. And then the third one is P4S5. P4S5, P is phosphorus, non-metal, S is non-metal. Both are non-metal. So 4 is tetra, phosphorus, penta, sulfide. Pay attention to the second element when you name it. Always end with IDE, IDE, IDE. Right? The original name of is this oxygen, but you change the oxide. The original name is fluorine, now change to fluoride. Sulfur sulfide. Okay. The 4 is H2S. As we know, hydrogen is also is non-metal, so both are non-metal. So 2 hydrogen, just dihydrogen, only 1 atom, so mono sulfide. The 5th is boron, also is non-metal. And Br is bromine, is non-metal. Both are non-metal. So 2 atom, so it's di-boron. And 4 is tetra, bromide. So next 6 is CCl4. Carbon. The first is 1 atom. We don't need to say mono, just a carbon. Chlorine have 4 chlorine. It's tetra chloride. IDE, 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 end. The next 7 is Si, is silicon, and silicon is semiconductor. Sometimes they're acting as metal, sometimes no metal. In this situation, is no metal. So we just can call it silicon. No mono necessary. Silicon tetrafluoride. The last one is Cl2O7. Chlorine, oxygen, both are non-metal. 2 chlorine with dichlorine. 7 is heptaoxide. Okay, this is presented by Wise Guys. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.